brothers and sisters, and welcome to The Last Ego on Earth. My name is James Scott Shoemaker, and tonight we are going to head on into the workbook for students. This is Lesson 10. Lesson 10 is on page 16. We are in our blue book here, A Course in Miracles by the Foundation for Inner Peace edition. And we're just going to jump right on in. I keep making this disclaimer, but remember, I'm here just to be your guide, be your buddy, be your brother. We're gonna dive into this, and I'll let you know what I have learned through the course, and just let Holy Spirit speak. And let's just do this. It's gonna be fun. All right, here we go, guys. Lesson 10. My thoughts do not mean anything. Just before I start here, this was a wonderful lesson, and it still to this day pops in my mind every now and then, because thoughts shouldn't mean anything. But how many times throughout the day does a thought pop in and you believe what it's saying to you? I was just thinking about this the other day. There was a thought that came into my mind, and it didn't take very long because I've been doing this practicing for a long time now. But the thought was so out of this world and was not the truth whatsoever. We just have to let go of our thoughts because they really don't mean anything. We're always basing them off the past, just like our prior lessons were telling us. And it can really destroy your entire day by thinking one thought that is not real. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and jump in, and I bet you Jesus here has got something to say about it. All right, here we go, guys. My thoughts do not mean anything. This idea applies to all thoughts of which you are aware or becoming aware in the practice periods. The reason the idea is applicable to all of them is that they are not your real thoughts. We have made this distinction before and will do so again. You have no basis for comparison yet. When you do, you will have no doubt that what you once believed were your thoughts did not mean anything. This is the second time we've used this kind of idea. The form is only slightly different. This time the idea is introduced with my thoughts instead of these thoughts, and no link is made overtly with the things around you. The emphasis is now on the lack of reality of what you think you think. This aspect of correction process began with the idea that the thoughts of which you are aware are meaningless, outside rather than within, and then stressed with their past rather than their present status. Now we are emphasizing that the presence of these thoughts means that you are not thinking. This is merely another way of repeating our earlier statement that our mind is really a blank. To recognize this is to recognize nothingness. When you think, you see it. As such, it is a prerequisite for vision. Close your eyes for these exercises and introduce them by repeating the idea for today slowly to yourself. Then add, this idea will help to release me from all that I now believe. The exercises consist, as before, in searching your mind for all the thoughts that are available to you. Without selecting or judgment, try to avoid classification of any kind. In fact, if you find it helpful to do so, you might imagine that you are watching an oddly assorted procession going by, which has little, if any, personal meaning to you. As each one crosses your mind, say, my thought about blank does not mean anything. My thought about blank does not mean anything. Today's thought can obviously serve for any thought that distresses you at any time. In addition, 5 practice periods are recommended, each involving no more than a minute or so of mind searching. It is not recommended that this time period be extended, and it should be reduced to half a minute or less if you experience discomfort. Remember, however, to repeat the idea slowly before applying it specifically, and also add, this idea will help to release me from all that I now believe. All right, guys, that is our lesson 10. My thoughts do not mean anything. So remember, throughout the day, guys, just repeat that, and you'll start seeing that it's gonna work. It's gonna take all that pain, destruction, suffering, sadness, fear, slowly realizing that my thoughts do not mean anything, and you're able just to hand them over and let those the negative thoughts go. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Peace be with you. I love you, and I will see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye, guys. I'll see you on lesson 11 coming soon.
Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt. Prepare yourself for all it's worth. Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt. Prepare yourself, the last ego on earth. Prepare yourself from the dirt to the birth. Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt. The last ego